Hey up. Yeah, so we're in a pod today at Flower of May up in Lebbeston. It's just south of Cayton. I've been here a few times. I'm only one here at the moment. That is going to change because I tried booking another pod for a couple of mates to see if they want to come, but it's fully booked. Which I don't know. I've tried to instill in myself a sense of chill and calmness about this, because last time I were here, it just, people got on my nerves, and yeah, I know, massive surprise. I got up to, the only other pods I've been in are the ones up at Middlewood Farm up at Rodney's Bay. They have got fridges on, they're slightly bigger, although these have got bigger ones over there. They're like 6 berth ones, I think. But the ones at Middlewood Farm don't have a bunk bed, and even though they are bigger, they seem a bit smaller because the way they're configured is they've got like benches either side and a bench round here. They just don't seem as I don't know, maybe I'm misremembering. This is 2 nights, 70 quid, and it's alright. To be honest, this is the first time I've been here and I've not had to put heater on because of this terrible year. Although I've come late and early just to avoid school holidays and stuff. I'm not a complete misanthrope, but they can get on your tits, families. The weird thing is, I used to go next door to the Crow's Nest campsite, and it's amazing. I'll never forget the first time I actually went there. You sort of drive up from reception and over the brow of this hill, and then the North Sea's in front of you. It's absolutely incredible, the views up there, but it's really spoilt by some of the people that go up there. And I'm not just being a snob there. I remember I were here last year when they were on shutdown. They shut about end of October here, and I walked in and they were shutting. I didn't know that they were shutting sort of shop. They didn't have much stock, and I was talking to one at Lasses behind the sort of counter. And I was saying, I used to go up there, but I had a right nightmare experience. And she says, oh yeah, I've got friends who work there, and it's been horrific, all through like COVID, straight after shutdown and everything. It was, well, I think I mentioned before, I go up to like Bayness Farm campsite, and they call them the Benidorm campers, and these people are just animals. Like, for things oh God. It's alright in week though. It's absolutely brilliant, and the staff there are really lovely. Staff here are really lovely as well. It's just a shame that some people are just thick as pig shit. And I'd love to say it's just 1 or 2, but it's not. It's like a lot. It's a lot of them. I've never been to that place, the Plough. I mean, it's shut down now, but it were, well, like a lot of places. I think they must have been struggling because they were only they were really reduced hours, and it was something to do with like a kid-friendly family sort of fun nightmare place, really. I mean, I don't think there's a pub in Lebbeston anymore, and so nearest actual pub is up at Cayton Bay. It's Tow Bar. So let me just show you this. Wankers. Oh, don't say that. Look it. Oh, it's too muddy. The little shits. You can get onto Cleveland Way from where I'm staying, Flower May and Crow's Nest as well. But that's that goes straight to Cleveland Way as well. So I brought boots with me, so I might go for a jaunt. I ought to. It's chance called grumpy outdoors, not me being hungover in a fucking glamping pod. Ooh, we're here. Ooh, pumpkin festival. Pick your own pumpkin. Daily from 10 AM to 4 PM. October half term. Well, avoiding that. Actually, before we go to farm, I will show you the campsite. No, it looks all right actually. I'm gonna have to go sometime. Oh, I didn't know they had like caravans. Not that I'm ever gonna get one of them. God, I could not be arsed carting that around up back at car. I've thought about getting a camper, but they're really expensive at the minute. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. I mean, I didn't want to spend any money on that. Replacing that convertible I used to have. Cars, second-hand cars are really expensive at the minute. I thought about a lease, but it's just... Anyway, I'm going to shut up because I need something to eat, and I'm not going to take you in here because it'd just be weird. Like a weird entitled YouTuber. Lad there just walking with his back to oncoming traffic, head down into his phone, earphones on. It's quite busy. I don't, for some reason it's not busy now, irony, because I've just turned on camera. So about a dozen cars have just hurtled down here, not doing 20 miles an hour, and most of them do move out of your way, but there's been a couple, two, they've come way, it doesn't even fucking nearly, do you know what I mean? Really close, and he's got his back to him. So that's why you always walk towards oncoming traffic, because you never know if you're going to encounter some absolute bell end. Oh, I just had to walk all the way back from Cleveland Way because I forgot this camera. Also, I forgot all about these. I bought these things, and because it's still a bit windy, and like I said earlier in the video, or I did film myself saying earlier, I'm not right into that wind filter, so I'm going to try this and take you along with me because we're going up to cliffs. Bye. We're at, just at the top of the hill where dog walking bit is. We're going down there. And I'm getting drawn out. Do you know, I've been here a lot, and I've always wondered what that sort of milky stuff is in this bay, and you get it sometimes in Cornelian Bay as well. Discharged from McCain's factory, which I found about this year. Scarborough, Cayton Bay. Always walking uphill, aren't I? God. It's a bit of a, well, I mean, I could say it's a bit of a crap day, but I knew it wasn't going to be great. It's not that warm, and wind's still a bit windy, but that's the that footpath that we saw this morning on way to Redcliffe Farm. I'll go down into Cayton anyway and have a mosey on around, see if I can do all interesting with drone. I brought my wetsuit, but I don't know if it can be asked to go for a swim. It does look clear though. No menacing brown bits. Honestly, I am sort of at a loss what to do. I know what I ought to do one time. It's just come up and not bring in any cameras or anything, or plan to do anything other than just nothing. Because when I do bring cameras up and that, I do feel like I'm sort of obligated to use them. It's not always relaxing when you're not really enjoying a view, because you're looking at not particularly doing this talking head crap, but with drone or like that, you're looking at sort of angles and shots and stuff, and you're not just sitting on your arse and just enjoying it. Although I have to say, I do find it very, very hard to just switch off. I'm not sure these little sort of 2-night away weekends are really I don't seem to wind down. It takes me till the third day and then I'm going home, which puts me in a glum mood, because I'd just love to just not go home, just go somewhere, stay there for as long as I feel like until I get bored, and then go somewhere else. For win lottery, that's I can't imagine me. It made me laugh actually about they were a couple, I think they won Euro Millions or lottery or whatever. They got a great big house, big cars, shit that don't matter. And they got bored because they said all they were doing is staying at home watching television. Can you imagine that? They're doing what you'd be doing anyway, but just have more expensive stuff. It doesn't. Do you know what I mean? I don't get it. Well, no, I do get it, because I think it's that plugged in that more wealth equals better stuff. But you know what I mean. It always baffles me when, because I work in a plumber's merchant, so we got a showroom, and it always baffles me when people are spending 12 grand on a room that I spend like 10 minutes in. I don't got to have a really nice bathroom for some reason. Don't have an horrible one. We're above using buckets and holes in ground, but well, not wild campers. But do you know what I mean? I don't really get it. Still keeps people in a job. But yeah, winning lottery and spending just get a house and car, and God, what for? That's literally like you know what I mean. That's no above caveman level. That got a nicer cave, bigger mammoth. Fucking hell, I think I'd probably go to uni, really, do a foundation course, and then go do like film studies or something. Not film studies, but actual making films and stuff. Cinematography, that's the word. I do need some education. Yeah, just do that, or just travel for a bit. But I can't. See what I mean? I'm not gonna. First thing I do is go and buy a Ferrari. That's just not gonna happen. I don't really like new Ferraris, it's too big. I like driving, but yeah, I don't. Probably give a lot of it away. I always say I won't, but I would. There's so much fucking misery out there. Just everything's falling apart, and again it's just you see people in this push to just have stuff, and it's just have stuff, expensive stuff, like it's some sort of status symbol, and it is a status symbol, and it's sort of pathetic and sad. I mean, you've got this thing going off with them Bully XLs at minute, and they're that's a fucking status symbol, isn't it? Who'd want one of them, really? Christ almighty. Looked like monster. First time I ever saw one, it were at Langsett Reservoir. This right muscle bound. Just looked like, to be honest, most of the people there look like drug dealers. And this dog, it was massive. And I looked at it. Do you know what? The first thing I thought of is, if that went for me, I am dead. No, do you know what I mean? A fucking Yorkshire Terrier went for me the other day, and my reaction was, oh, how adorable. Do you know what I mean? Because what's it gonna do? Well, them fucking things. In fact, a lot of big dogs. I mean, seeing 2 Alsatians off lead, just in front of me, they'd rip me to pieces. I mean, they wouldn't, because we'd be all off over the fucking cliff. Fuck them. Yeah. Status. No education. What am I on about? Grumpy Outdoors. That's us. Fucking moaning bastard. Hey up, surf school's out. They're not getting the money's worth, are they? Anyway, we'll go down there, get drone out. Such a calm, nice day. It's a shame I'm, filming and that. Just because I watch YouTube a fair bit, I suppose. I don't know how people have energy, because I do long hours now. I mean, it's not particularly. I used to be like a heating engineer, and now working in merchants. But the thing is, I find I'm more tired doing this than doing, heating and that, putting boilers in and what have you, and fixing them, because the hours are short. Do you know what I mean? I'd have a certain amount of work, and I'd do it, and then that's me done. I'm finishing. Whereas here, it's like 9.5 hours. I'm in front of a computer screen, and then I go home, and then I've got, load up DaVinci Resolve, and I'd have to say after about 20 minutes I just can't be arsed. Then it does suffer, because colour grading's not that great, and editing's not that great, and but I need to put a lot more effort in. But like I say, I'm just tired all the time. I haven't done any music for ages as well. And you sort of think, a lot of time and effort putting music in, I'm not really good at it. And then you sort of think, well, I could just pay like a couple of quid and just get some, there's loads of music services, isn't there? Like I say, I'm just not very good. All my stuff sounds really weird. All my stuff sounds really lazy. I'll do a riff, do like, 4 chord changes, and that's me done. Just cannot be asked to write a proper song. I must have 30 started projects in my Cubase folder. And then I find that I'm arsed about, instead of like, be creative musically, I tend to arse around with the actual engineering side of it until I make it sound much, much worse. And then I have to delete all my EQs and all my effects and then start again. It's amazing how, so YouTube's a blessing and a curse, really, because it's, there's a lot of tutorials, and a lot of them are crap. Just doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff instead of using your ears. Half the time you don't need to EQ. Half the time, it's all, cut everything below 30 hertz, and you don't need to do that half the time. If you can't hear it, don't cut it. What's that? Some lad's trying to make his way around to Cornelian Bay, which is the next one over. Just been looking for a flat piece of rock to put drone on.
Home point updated.
And away we go. Well, you know, that was good, wasn't it? I just didn't say anything at all. Just like although some would argue that that's probably making my videos better by me not talking. Bastards. I think the novelty of being away on my own's really starting to wear off. I used to love it, just doing my own thing, but I'm starting to get, I think I'm getting lonely. I mean, I invited one of my mates up, and I know if he'd have come I would have regretted it, because he's a right snorer. And then pods aren't very big. Scarborough. Yeah, the tide is really far out. Really far out. Almost touch that reef. It'd be lovely to get a shot at reef. Like, it's funny because last time I think I were here with the drone. I mean, tide were out, but it were nowhere near as far as this, and I sort of balked at flying it out towards that reef because it was so far away. And what we got rule changes and that, you don't really want to, especially when you're in a really public place. You never know. Really, you know, because it changed this year from. It's always going to be VLOS, but now it's you have to be able to visually see the orientation of your drone, which means I just can't get it. Even with my glasses on, it must be about 30 metres. I ain't got my glasses on, so it's about 10 metres today. Well, it's 1 o'clock. Really is low, that tide, isn't it? Well, it's sunrise, and weirdly there's people out there on oh, they're going to get back. Right, yeah, so 1 o'clock, tide's coming back in. I don't know if I can be asked to go swimming. I wouldn't mind, I would love to go swimming. But I'm sort of on my own, I'd just look like a massive wally. Don't know. I'm going to go a different way back to pods, a faster way. And then see. I might walk down to the tow bar, have a pint in there. I don't know what to do. There's not going to be any swell. Look at the state of it. It's no chance. Wind's gone. I don't know what time it's supposed to be raining sort of early evening, so, but if it does, I don't know, it's a funny day. It just feels really odd. Like really still. Oh well, find out. Size of that. That's mental. Right, so coming a bit from where just come by Lucy's. It's not called Lucy's Surf Track no more. It's called what is it called? Salty Dog. Salty Dog. That's what it's called now. So we took it over. Surf school down there. Tend to get a lot of campers at top of this hill. But this morning when we went to Redcliffe, watch us being wind now. I've took that windsock off. Anyway, yeah, I was on about that that road that ends at that side and then it turns into Bridleway. Well, there's a road that runs adjacent to, I think that's A615. It's Filey Road. And this road goes nowhere as well, and then they get linked by that Bridleway, and it's much faster. It's only like 10 minutes from top of Cayton roundabout to Flower of May. So we're going to do that because it's 1:30. Yeah, I don't think, don't think I'm going to go for a swim. I don't know. It's one of them ones where if I weren't going home tomorrow, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll just go tomorrow. But I don't know, because I normally just set off and just go home Sundays rather than doing stuff. I don't know why. I don't know why I do that. I think I've just got into my head that if I go and do something active, I'll be even more tired on Monday, and a tired Monday at work is just horrible. But there again, I'm tired all the time anyway, so I ought to go and do something. I think it's because it's faff, and if I do all active and then I've got to drive all the way back, and sometimes it can be pretty like horrible driving on a Sunday if you're a bit later, because everybody's driving away from coast. God, dog shit everywhere. Come to East Coast, see dog shit. Absolutely infested with dogs down there. Fucking hell, I'm going to walk in the road. God. Yeah, what we're going to say. God, sort of, I filled up a memory card of boring shit, haven't I? I'm not bored, I'm here. But you've somehow miraculously got to this point, and you need some sort of award. Hey up. Yeah, watching it on your phones. What's the point? Bought a 5.3K 10-bit colour camera and you're watching it on your phone. Might as well filming this on my phone. Never thought to do that, to be honest. Yeah. There's not that many up here. Out way, I suppose, but I don't know. There again, bought that car of mine so I could do that. Just come here, just plonk it aside the road and just, go to sleep. But the only trouble is with a car, or even a camper van, I suppose, is you can't really have a drink, can you? Because technically, even though police aren't going to come up here and drag you out of your car, you could get done for drink driving, and then your licence is gone. So, yeah. Yeah. Look, I don't have to drink though, do I? Nobody's forcing me to.